My name is Garrett Michael Carver, and I'm here today to talk to you about my father, Robert Travis Carver. Now, I was referred to him by a multitude of names, all of my brother's names: Tyler, Will, Zach. He once called me Olivia, which was a little weird, but the most common thing he called me was number 3. I was his third child, so that's what he would do at the end of all of this. He'd be like, number 3! I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. So I want to tell you a little bit about who he was. He was someone who was so compassionate. He loved and genuinely loved everyone he talked to. He really tried to make someone's day better every time he met someone. Now the thing about my father was that he was definitely impatient sometimes with us kids growing up. He would lose his temper pretty quick and thus cause the train of name games when trying to figure out which child I was. just Tyler, Will, Zach, Garrett, number 3! And that's what he would do, and it would be a big hilarious misunderstanding. And then he'd forget why I was in trouble, and then we'd laugh, and then I would be fine. But I want to tell you a story today about who my father was, or my favorite story of him. That was actually his request when he died, is that I would share my favorite memory of him. So I want you to get this scene in your mind. You were all 16. I want to put you in my shoes. I was 16 years old, madly in love with a girl named Heather. And with this girl, I was so cautious with, because she had turned me down so many times and then had said, yes, I like you too. And she kissed me, and it was great. Now, my parents were very, very strict growing up about who I could date, if I had a girlfriend or not, and if I was going on dates with multiple people. So my parents decided to bring this discussion up when we were all going to go cut down our Christmas tree as a family. And you can imagine, as the 16-year-old me, I was in the back of the car thinking, I'm going to kill my mom and dad, because my little sister is on my right, my little brother is on my left, and then my 2 older brothers are in front of me in the car. And we're talking about my 16-year-old love life. Not the topic of every 16-year-old wants to happen. So everything happened so perfectly in this moment. As this discussion was going on, I was so mad, I was yelling at my parents, and everyone else was quiet. My dog was with us in the car, sitting on my mom's lap. And what does my dog do? He poops. All over my mom. And I am just overjoyed watching this happen. And my dad slams on the brakes, throws my dog out of the car, and is just yelling at him. And then I'm like, Dad, it's just a dog. He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, he knows what he did. And so he pulls him out of the car. My mom's wiping herself off, and he throws the car in park and leaves the keys in. Now I wiggle my way out of the back of the car into the driver's seat. And my mom's so busy wiping all this because it smells so bad in the car. And my dad walks about 10 or 15 feet up with the dog in one hand and a water bottle in the other. We did not have any wipes. And so I see from a distance what he's doing. And so I turn the car on and slowly inch the car up. And I'm leaning back like this in the driver's seat. And I come up to this scene of my dad down on one knee, holding my dog's tail and squirting a water bottle.
Oh, no.
And I die. I bust out laughing. I'm crying. And this is the key phrase I will never forget that he said to me. And he is down on one knee, like this, holding the dog's tail. And he gives me this classic Robert Carver face, and he goes, "You're enjoying this, aren't you?" And so that's my favorite memory of my dad. And we joked about it all the time after that. But he was one of the most incredible men that I know. He was a father. He was patient and impatient. And he loved everyone that he met.